A Cricut sister asked about getting this as an SVG or removing the background. And I have used those background removing tips and websites, but not all of them come out clean. So I like to upload directly. And this is my little trick. Instead of cleaning out the white part, I do the black part. It's 4 clicks versus a lot of clicks. And I'm going to show you at the very end because when I do this and I do hit the black part with the wand or select, by increasing the color tolerance, you make those lines really fine and make it easy. Now, the only thing is once you go in here, there's going to be parts that are not touching because they were actually right on the edge. And this is how it's going to look when you try to contour. So my advice is, even though it's an extra step, it still beats cleaning every little section that was white in the original picture. So what I like to do is grab any shape and weld it. I weld it versus unite, but you can unite as well, doesn't matter. Unite you can undo, weld you can't. But seeing that I'm not gonna need to redo this or make any edits or changes, I'm okay with welding it. So this is what you need to do. You have to make sure it overlaps just a little bit, and sometimes you have to get really, really close to that edge, because if not, then it will weld, but it won't be attached to it to where it closes that gap. So I did those two, but then I also have the ribbon on the side and the hair on the top. Any shape will do it for you. So I just do a square because it's just a little bit easier for me to just grab its right center, and the sizing doesn't matter as long as it covers those holes. And you'll see me get really close again, because if you notice, there's still a gap and I have to bring it down a bit, but I want to keep the integrity of that picture of her hair, of that little hump right there. Yes, that all works as long as you get really, really close to it. And I'm sorry, I'm a little under the weather with these allergies, but there you go. This one was super easy. Step back, highlight it, and weld it. Now, when you click contour through actions and you click on the square or funky square now, it comes out perfectly. And you see the lines are so nice. There's no snags. There's none of the additional lines that sometimes come out in images. Well, we're going to do the same with the kid life. So it's following the same steps, 100% color tolerance. Click on any of the black spots. And if you notice, on the girl herself, there's only going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 cleanups. And then we just add kid life if we want, hashtag, or go and do it with your own font. Doesn't matter, whichever you prefer. But there we go. We're done with her. And following the same steps, adding the welded shapes. For this one, I am going to scroll in because of the fact that it actually took the black portions on the top and the bottom, or crop it. But other than that, we're going to follow the same steps. While I do that, let me tell you, I already know. I hear it. I see the comments. Well, why didn't you do it the other way? Why didn't you just click on the white parts? Why didn't you take it to remove background? Guys, I've been working in Cricut for 7 years. I have tried everything. And if I haven't tried it, believe me, when you suggest it, I go and I try it. And I still come back to this method. Why? Let me explain. There's sometimes where I will take my image to remove background and it removes it. Perfect. But when it gets intricate like this, when there's a lot of lines, when there's a lot of different design parts, it looks okay. And then you bring it in here and it added like a thicker, blurrier part to it. And that's where I have to come back in here anyways. So it's really choose your battle. Where do you want to actually design it? You're still going to have to upload it. So for me, I might as well just take it one step in through Cricut. And it's really up to you. If you find a converter that works good and will erase it perfectly, that is perfectly fine. I just haven't found the need or method that I really like for every image. And so that's why I upload it here. And I don't pay for Cricut access. I have the free version and I've had it for 7 years and I have yet to find a design where I get stuck. Additionally, if you start doing the white section, it gets really tricky. And I'm going to show you right here. We're going to do it with Kid Life. If you do it like we usually do cleanups, 100% color tolerance, and I start doing the white section, it's going fine with the big portions of it. But then when you get really into those little details, that's where it gets a little more complicated. I mean, it might be a me issue, but got little snubby, little tubby fingers. So I can't really get into those little parts. I do have a pen, Apple pen, and even then, when you click into these little sections, and you're going to see it in a couple minutes or seconds, when you click in those little sections, what ends up happening is that it doesn't really capture the whole, or it captures more of that image. It happens here in the little triangle, you'll see it. There. You see now it's blending and bleeding into the next one. So it's up to you. I do it both ways depending on the design. If it's very intricate like this one, I end up doing inverse upload, which is clicking on the opposite, which is the black, and then doing contour. It just helps for my sanity, for my time, and my design comes out really good. If you want to do it this way, this is how it would start looking. I mean, you're going to get the same design. It's just how much more time is it going to take you? Up to you. There's more than one ways to do things, so choose yours.